You said recently that you were aghast at the reluctance in this country to engage in sophisticated debate, and you argue that the climate crisis will not be solved with knee-jerk policy reactions. But John Anderson, the new government is seeking to legislate its response to the so-called climate crisis. What do you make of that?
Well, I think legislation is a shocking alternative. It gets to this problem where we want to hand everything over to experts rather than say to the government we've elected, this is your job and we'll cast judgment on you in 3 years' time. Legislating will simply open up for legal warfare everywhere as activists use every opportunity to stop every development. But Alan, you know, what I was saying there, the greatest challenge to us confronting any number of issues, including climate change, is in fact the debate. It's not the issue, it's the debate. And you think about climate change, catastrophism, unprecedented, unparalleled, record set, humanity finished. 50% of Australians think we contribute between 10 and 20% of the global problem. You don't find that extremist language in the very intergovernmental panel on climate change's own documentation. It's not there. We're frightening the living daylights out of our young people. Politicians and the media, rather than encouraging a rational and sensible debate, are going for the emotional tearjerkers, and it threatens us all.
Yes, I mean, you've said, John Anderson has said, I'm aghast at the superficiality and the emotionalism of the climate debate because it's a serious issue, but it demands a much more comprehensive understanding of what we're doing. John, would you concede that understanding, the kind of understanding we seek of the real issue doesn't exist, that the debate is characterised by cliches and rhetoric that, as you say, instill fear? But my concern is especially into the young people.
Yeah, look, I absolutely agree. Look, everything, you and I have known one another for a long time. I think our approach would be, yes, there are lots of challenges in life. The best way to overcome them is to sit down rationally, calmly, with even excitement. Here's a challenge to overcome. But the attitude now seems to be, this is going to overcome us and we'll let it wash over the top of us. And I think that's really worrying. On the issue of what to believe, now I'm not a scientist. I'm not. I am a farmer. So I sit here and I think I'm told I must listen to the science. Okay, now as a reasonably intelligent bystander, I can say the science on what's happening to our climate is broadly agreed. What's not agreed, and you won't find any agreement on it, is what it means, the modelling. And we're placing our faith in making public policy decisions on the modelling and on emotion and on fear and on extreme catastrophisation of the issue rather than calm reason, which nearly guarantees that we'll get it wrong. Why can't we learn from Germany, the greenest country in Europe? Its green policies have now seen the country reduced economically to the point where major industries are saying they're going to have to close. They are bankrolling Russia's war on Ukraine, thanks to poorly planned green policy. And as a farmer, they're now handing the Russians control of the global grain market, and the threat of food catastrophisation, if I can use that word again, around the globe is now massive. That's what poor policy planning can do.